Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Spiritual Lounge podcast. I'm Nina.
I'm Courtney. This is Oliver.
And today we have a fun episode because Courtney recently introduced me to a really fun concept that I have never heard of, which is saying something because I consider myself, a spooky lover. So Courtney, what is this?
Okay, so it is called Valloween. So it's like Valentine's Day, Halloween. And
hence our
fun...
you
love this?
Our fun shirts.
What is it? Call me for the holidays.
I love it.
And it's like, so pretty much, you guys ever heard of like Summerween? So it's like you celebrate kind of like a summer Halloween, and then there's Halloween.
Honestly, that's what gets me through like summer in Arizona. Like having the fall spooky season to look forward to and start tapping into. It just gives me such a lift.
Honestly, it does.
Really does.
I think honestly my sister and I tapped way more into Halloween moving here because of that heat. But
I know.
Halloween is kind of like, think about it kind of like a spooky Valentine's Day. And I was just telling her, it's like such a fun thing to do to celebrate with your spooky besties. Yes. Maybe watch like Scream or a fun spooky movie, something that's your favorite. Yeah. Obviously it's fun if it's kind of like a love story spooky as well. But you can like decorate kind of like spooky Valentine's Day. So think of like cute little ghosts, but like pink little ghosts, or creating some fun like Valentine's Day desserts and making them a little bit more spooky. Yeah. So it's kind of like the whole premise of it, and it's another way to kind of keep that spooky season alive all year. And so I was like so shocked you haven't heard of it.
I don't know where I've been.
I pulled out like a little Valloween kind of like Valentine's Day card, and she was like, "What is this?"
I know.
I'm like, how have you not heard of this?
So
we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah. Wow, but I'm like, this is the cutest thing.
Yes,
and it's fun too, because like even if you're like someone like me who has like Halloween decor, like I'm not saying it's year round to like the level it is when it's Halloween.
Yes,
but I have a little like some spooky touches here and there. And I think it's fun to like mix that in with some like Valentine's Day decor.
Yes. Okay, so for example, like we just pulled out these. I was like, oh my god, my little
ghosties.
Yes, like,
they're so
fun. Like pull that out for a weekend.
And maybe put some like pink pillows with it too.
Yes. Yeah. Kind of like a little twist on the spooky season. But I just thought it was like what a great idea of like a way to kind of celebrate it, almost like Valentine's Day. You can hang out with your girlfriend,
but for your spooky friends.
Yes. Oh my god, I saw this thing last night and I was like, what a fun girls activity. Well, not activity, but like snack, where this person had made like fresh popcorn and they grated some like cheese on top of it, and they had a glass of wine with it, and I was like, that seems like a perfect like girls' night.
It does.
Like spooky movie. Or have you ever, as like a random thought here, have you ever put like M&Ms into your popcorn?
Yes, it's so good.
Like I do peanut butter M&Ms. It's my
I was
favorite.
Gonna say I've done Reese's Pieces too.
So good. But making something fun like that.
And I think it's so important. Like we've said this multiple times. Like when we hang out, that it's so important to like fill up your cup and have like girl time. It really makes your life just so much better. Like you gotta do some fun stuff in between like the heaviness sometimes of like adult living, adult life. Like, you know what I mean? Like we have like so many things that we're always thinking about, like career stuff, like transformation, and we love that, and like spiritual stuff. But
how can we move up?
Yeah, but like we're also like having a human experience, and I think it's so important to just do stuff that like
you
just
enjoy,
makes you happy.
Yes, I think that's what we were just talking about too. Is like how fun it is to find something that you like makes you smile, makes you happy, like Halloween does for us.
Yes.
And how can you bring that little piece? And sometimes people go overboard, and I get it with all the different holidays. Like I've heard some people in stories go, "Oh, I put it up for 2 weeks and it's too much," and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's like a lifestyle." You don't understand. But you really don't. but at the same time, you don't have to go crazy for this. You could just put on like your cute little ghosty earrings and like your normal pink sweater and like and
do
something
fun with it.
Yeah, or like throw in a spooky movie one night and.
And I think that's what's fun about like just Halloween in general. Yes. It really is like your inner child just getting to have fun. And I mean, is there anything more fun than Halloween? It's like
dress up, trick or treat.
Yeah, it's like dressing up,
getting candy,
watching movies.
I know, eating snacks,
magical things.
I know.
I just
all
love
the things we love to do as a kid.
as an adult, it's even more fun.
I know, right? You're like, I get to do this the adult way.
Yeah. So I think this is like a fun episode to do, just as a reminder to just have some fun with it.
100%.
And it doesn't always have to be so heavy and so serious. And sometimes I feel like the more you still make room for fun and connection and just stuff that makes your inner child happy, I feel like that actually like propels you to your next level faster because it really is about having a good time along the journey. I know it sounds so cheesy, but it's really true, and I've like learned that more and more. I feel like the last couple years of like being so serious about it never even like really brings you where you think you even need to go with it. It's funny. It's like we're so limited on what we can even visualize for ourselves in the future that it's like just
enjoy what you're doing.
Yes,
embrace it.
And I feel like vibrationally it puts you at a higher level. It just puts you at a level where you're like a magnet for more of that energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, let's hop over to a little tarot reading, a little
Absolutely.
Valloween tarot reading.
Yeah.
We can dive into this a little further and see what we've got for this beautiful little Valloween.
Love it.
See you soon.
Bye. Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This is a Valentine's, Valloween, there you go, episode. First thing we have is Page of Cups. This is the surprise card. This ties in beautifully what we were just chatting about, where it's like embracing your inner child and just doing things that are fun, because when you're doing things that are fun, when you're having a good time, when you're filling up your cup, which is funny because this Page of Cups, filling up your cup, you're putting yourself at a higher vibrational frequency. Now, I know in the New Age community, that whole like high vibe thing, toxic positivity, that can go a little too far. And I'm not saying to like fake a good mood, but there is some truth to that because energy, frequency, vibration really is everything. And I mean, think about it. Would you rather be in a positive space or a really negative space? Like, negative spaces are kind of heavy. It's really serious. You start to pick up a perspective that might not really be the one you want to be tapped into, because perspectives are ever changing, and this is why like people can look at the same situation and have wildly different thoughts on that. So when you get the Page of Cups, this is about a man. He has a cup and there's a fish in it. It's kind of the surprise card. Like, it's going to be something that surprises you. It's not necessarily what you were, like, your plans, but it's a pleasant surprise. It's a fun surprise. This is when the universe is saying, or when people ask the universe, show me how good can it be? How good, like, or when they're manifesting, people will say this or something better. This is the something better card, okay? And why this really ties in with the Valoween stuff is when you're tapping into stuff that just makes you happy, that just makes your inner child smile, and just is kind of a nod to things that you used to just love. It really, it raises your vibration tremendously. So this is like hanging out with friends, watching spooky movies, just having a good time. The result of this is you're embodying a higher frequency energy. You are tapped into that inner child, which is always a really pure place to come from. It's just happy. It's very high vibrational. That puts you in alignment with other things that are of that frequency, because you know how they say like attracts like? It's kind of a little deeper than that. It's like is like, right? It's the same frequency that you're tapped into. So when you do things like celebrating Valloween, this is, or even Valentine's Day or whatever, brings like a smile to your face. You are aligning yourself to a frequency that's really pure, that's really fun, that's light, that's fresh, that's exciting, that really like fills up your cup. And as a result, you're going to bring more of that into your life. So again, I don't want you to get stuck on the whole idea of toxic positivity or like, oh my God, I have to be in a good mood all the time. No, we're here having a human experience. You can have, you get to feel a spectrum of emotions. But you do want to raise your vibration to have a healthy set point where you are attracting fun things into your life, things that take you by surprise, and things that bring joy in your life. And the more that you start to practice this, the more that you will see it show up in your life, right? It's not like you do this one time and you see oh my God, everything's different. But this is more so a reminder to, on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, tap into things that raise your vibration. And the more time that you spend in there, that's going to be your new set point. And then you're going to attract more and more things that are on a higher or elevated level. That's going to be a set point for you. And that's truly what all this energy work is about. It's about recognizing that you do get a say in how things go in your life. And there's a huge conversation to be had on releasing a lot of stuff. We can talk about that in future episodes, but really for the energy for this Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, Valloween, whatever you're wanting to tap into, remember, keep it fun, keep it light, keep it connected with people who bring you joy, and watch how you're going to manifest like-minded things into your experience. So a beautiful card for a really fun season. So we'll see you in the next episode.